Hey there, welcome back. So let's get going. I have that the recon officer, it's his turn. He is here, and that's right, this pesky, we want to shoot down this ship, and I've been wanting to do this the whole game, so let's get it done. First action, we're going to rest. I'm going to move our supplies down to 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice, so we get to take back 4. We're going to get the shield, the muscle. What else do we need? Eyeball, and we'll get the eyeball, and then it looks like I can get one of my wild children. So let's do, I don't think it matters, so I'll go ahead and take back the blue wild child. And then those 2 dice are still there. And then we're going to go do this check. So the science officer could sort of help, except she needs to recharge her dice too. So not much we could do there. It does say spend 1 charge to roll 1 die from your spent pool and add it to your roll pool. So I might be able to add 1 for that. So we're going to do DNA. Let's see. No, DNA doesn't do anything for us. We're going to do the 2 red dice, the green, and the wild child. And my goodness, I only need 2 successes. I have no cards. Oh, I get to draw a card because I rested. So I'm going to get to re-roll 1 of these reds. I'm going to take a chance. This should be enough. I just need 2 successes. And there we go. Now I have, look at that. I go and I help somebody. I come back and the karma just comes back. Bing. I ended up getting everything. I only needed 2 of them. So I don't even have a symbol over here where I could go mine something. So 2 of them are going to be done. And technically this happens and I can save my dice for later, right? So whatever the next thing is. So I'm going to go ahead and do these 2. So I'll spend those. And then this will go bink, boop. Then we remove one of these markers, which desperately needed to be done. I'm going to take this off and this off. And then we're going to go to log 87. So let's see what log 87 tells us to do. Discard the card from our sector, which is exactly what I was planning to do. So that is done. Are there no more anywhere on the board? No, we still have 1 more. Is your crew member now standing with a revealed log number? Yes. Resolve this log. So we're typing in 599. Boom.
The hangar is clear. We beat back the enemy. The landers seem intact.
Good. Listen carefully, Alpha. This irrigator ship is tearing us to shreds. We need to do something about it.
You mean you want us to take off and fight an alien cruiser?
The science section concluded it has no close-quarter combat capabilities, and there are no enemy fighters to support it.
We'll see what we can do, but fueling and arming the ship will take some time.
Actually, we could do something, even without the weapons or full tanks.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Neither do I. All players discuss. So we can begin launch preparations. Let's see. This will take completing your primary mission harder. We can order crew members to ram the enemy. Choose any number of available members. These crew members will die fulfilling your orders, and the lander chosen to fulfill this task will be destroyed. Oh gosh, no. Ignore the cruiser and let someone else handle it, and we get a penalty token. By the way, I don't know what the penalty token is. Is that the mission failed thing? I don't know. I don't like either of these options. I was ready to order crew members because I was like, yeah, we got a whole bunch of scientists we haven't put, we'll have them figure out how to kill this thing. But ramming it is, and then you lose the lander too. That's, you know what? That's what the Pelican's for. That's what the Pelican's for. We send the Pelican, and then, how many crew members do we send along? We could just send, Clara here. We've never used her ever in our life. It's a single scientist with a wrench. We could send her. I mean, we could do it. I mean, 1 recruit action will get back 4 members. I'm sure I have a rank 1 of everybody that I could get rid of and not even miss them. But I'm going to begin launch preparations. Let's do it. So we're going to put 234 in our hangar. All right, and so this is what 234 looks like. And you can see it requires a dice check. And go to log 72. Unfortunately, so you get to do one special action, right? So, do I get to continue to use my dice? I still have 2 dice to use as part of this action. I don't know that answer. Let me look it up. So my answer is, I mean, the rules don't particularly address it, but I think it's no. And it has to do with sequence. So you mark your outcomes, but you don't resolve the outcomes until after you've spent your dice. So technically, these dice needed to have been spent. So I can't just wait, resolve the outcome, and then spend the die after. Does that make sense? So this sequencing thing is what settles that question. So technically, the rules did address this. It's just, it's a little convoluted, but it works. It does explain it. So these needed to be spent somewhere else. I literally had nowhere else to spend them, so they're just exhausted dice. So that's fine. So that was the 2 actions. Now I get to draw an event card, and we do have a bit before they start getting more markers out, but anyways, that does not match, so all progress goes up by 1. So this goes to here, this goes to there, and this goes to salvo, but it's way over here, so this will now move to the 1. So we actually got a little reprieve from the bombardment thing, but yeah, everything else, not so much. Okay, recon is done. Now we're to the science officer, and all we need is a wrench or a computer. However, I don't have either. Well, no, I have the computer. I need to rest, so we're going to spend another supply. I'm going to go down by 1. And so we're going to get the eyeball back, the computer, the science. That's 3. What's the 4th one we're going to do? That's a basic, that's a wild, that's a shield. A shield's probably not bad. The wild's probably not bad either, so I'm going to add the wild back. We're going to do the computer monitor, and we get to draw a card. And it's not necessarily a helpful one. Also, I forgot, I needed to roll this with my recon. So this did not trigger anything, so recon's fine. And then for this roll, I need to do one for the science officer, because they're both wounded. Now, I really desperately need this to succeed, and I don't have any rerolls, so what do I do? Actually, I'm going to put this back and use the real one. So do I add another die? The answer is yes, but what do I add? The accident does cause bad things to happen. I'm going to add a marker to the enemy advantage slot. So that would actually be very bad for me. But as long as this succeeds, I get to do this first. It's just I only get 1 roll. And I need this to work. Yeah, I just don't have the right dice, or the right cards. So I'm going to add this Wild Child to it. I may regret it. And sure enough, I did exactly what no, that's the Wild Child one. This would have been fine, but that doesn't happen. So, one thing at a time. Injury die, no problem. I was just wounded, only the blood drop hurts me. This I added to the pool. It's not going to hurt me though, because we're going to resolve this first. And all I needed was 1 symbol, and I got it. So we got our 1 symbol. We're going to go to log 72, and let's launch this thing. Having crew members die, just so I can avoid having 1 success symbol, seems like a... if there's no card in Sector 8, that's a weird way to put it. Yes or no? There's no card in Sector 8. No, there is a card in Sector 8. If card P241, Irrigator Cruiser, is in Sector 8, The answer is yes. Choose a standee representing any of your available landers. Place the lander standee in Sector 8. Place any number of crew members from Sector 4 in Sector 8. These crew members won't be able to return to the ship until the enemy cruiser is defeated or their lander is shot down. Alright, well, the Dragonfly is already damaged, but that's the one I have. I'm just going to put the... I really should be putting the Fuschlag out there because that's got armor on it. So let's do that one. So we're going to get this big bad boy out there. And which crew members am I going to send? I'm going to send both of them. The problem is they both took their turn. So these two will both go there, but we're going to have to resolve more turns before they get to go again. And I don't think... It didn't say what to do with this. I guess I just leave that there. So that is the turn, though. Turn's over. So we're going to draw the event. And that is a pinwheel. We don't have any pinwheels, so everything goes up by 1 again. So this one, it goes up by 1. This goes up by 1, and that adds a marker to the enemy advantage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That is awful. Absolutely awful. Now this comes off, and then it says when the cards run out, go to log 312. Oh boy. And then the salvo happens. Let me do the salvo first. This would move to there. So we got to go to 312, and I hope it doesn't add any more of those tokens. Shuffle all 3 G11 cards and place them face up. These are still the G11. Okay. Good, 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 good. I was like, holy cow. Don't make bad things happen to me.
Fire Team Alpha. Do you copy? This is the bridge.
We're sort of busy right now.
The irrigator dropship blasted through the hull next to the main concourse. It brought more heavy infantry and some kind of a war machine. It's breaching the perimeter around the bridge. Move in to engage, Fire Team Alpha.
Okay, we got the sudden tremors one, which means that... Oh, come on. There's more stuff? Okay, so... Of any other cards in Sector 1. So, basically, Irrigator Assault is now in Sector 1. Unless all 4 cards are currently on the planet board. Place the Irrigator Warswarm threat card in the indicated slot above the planet board. What? I guess that's a threat? Okay. So we need Irrigator Warswarm. Here's the Behemoth. Here's the Irrigator Warswarm. Ooh, this guy looks nasty. Okay, so we got another threat now to deal with. Place all 3 Irrigator Warswarm and all 3 drone standees in Sector 2. So... Place the Irrigator Warswarm and all 3 drones in Sector 2. Alright. So this one is the Warswarm. I gotta look underneath again. Okay, that's the one I thought it was. It just doesn't look like the picture. Okay, so this is the Irrigator Warswarm. And then the 3 drones are these little things. And those are in Sector 2, where the defensive perimeter is. Yeah, we're not doing too hot here. Okay, so that was the science officer's turn. Now it is security officer's turn, and the security officer is 2 spaces away from doing anything. This is bad. This is very bad because I got 9 tokens. And I'm not in a spot where I can do this action. Because I must be in that sector to be able to do this, and I'm not in that sector. I'm in the med bay, which is useless. So the closest sector I can get to that has that is 2 spaces away, and I can't. I'm going to spend my whole action doing that, and if time progresses and I get more of those tokens, I'm screwed. But I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to. I have to do a move. So I'm going to do move, but now I'm going to go where the irrigator swarm is instead of helping the engineer. Now, to do a move, I have to do the travel action, and here you can see it's a red or a blue die in both cases. So I only have, oh gosh, I can't even do a move. Oh boy, I'm going to do a move, and then I have to rest. So I'll spend a supply, and it looks like I'm going to get back some dice here. I need to get a red or a blue, so here's a red, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all I can do. This blows. And then I draw a card, but now I'm over my card limit. So I'm going to go ahead and discard this one, and it still blows. Okay, and then I have to do log 710 because I just entered that area again. And I rolled a 1. My goodness. Place card P233 on top of any cards in Sector 1. So we got another one. So we have 2 of these on top of Sector 1. This is brutal. Okay, my biggest issue is the fact that I have to draw this event card, and it screws me over every time. Yeah, so like the pinwheel doesn't even exist on this one, so again I have to progress all the time tracks by 1. So this goes up by 1. This one here goes up by 1. So the very next time it moves up, we're getting 2 plus 1. We're getting 3 tokens added on. And this goes up by 1, which means that the swarm is going to go to Sector 3. And now it's technically anybody's turn, but the engineer could go first. The engineer is on this location. So if I get a shield and a computer, I can go to log 396. Which will help reduce enemy advantage in some way. Or I can try to get rid of this aggregator here, but I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and I don't have the dice, right? All my dice are almost all gone. So I am going to rest, so my supplies are going to go down to 4. And you have been gone from my videos for so long, these people don't even know who you are anymore. So, that was my son. Okay, so 1. 2. 3 and 4. Okay, then for the next action, we're going to try to reduce the enemy advantage. So, as you can see here, if I get a computer and a shield, I go to log 396. So, with that rest, I get to draw a card, which lets me re-roll blue. And I'm going to roll the computer, and then I do have this equipment here that gives me the shield. And I'm going to use that, because I want to guarantee that I succeed. I don't want to use the wild childs because accidents are actually quite bad on this one, and I need this to succeed. So let's do it. And of course I roll a basic, So I'm going to use that card that lets me re-roll a die. And there it is. Oof, I was nervous. Okay, so we got the computer and the shield. And it says we go to log 396. So let's see what 396 says. Choose any number of available crew members if their players agree. Who will join the mission to fight the irrigators? These crew members may die. Okay, so I'm going to take my last two security. Well, I'm going to leave the veterans out. We're not taking the veterans. We don't want them dying. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to take 4 of them. These are all, well, some of them are rank 2. But we're going to take 4. Let's go. If the crew members fulfill any of the following criteria, the sum of their ranks is 3 or more. Yes. At least one of them is security or recon. Yes. At least one of them has a arm, a shield, or a computer. Yes. We got all 3 actually. If they do, move these crew members to resting crew and remove 2 markers from the enemy advantage slot. If they don't, the crew members die. Whew. And all I had to do was fulfill any of the criteria. So we fulfilled all 3 criteria, but it's any, and then that removed 2 from the slot. But 2 is not enough. We're still going to lose. 2 is not enough, folks. So doesn't do enough. And yeah, all these go to the resting. That's fine. But now I got to draw an event card, and we're going to add 3. So that's going to cause us to lose. So here we go. Yep, none of them match. So we have to progress all time tracks by 1. So we got this one here. It's new. We have this one, which is going to add 2. And then this one is going to add 1. And this goes away. And then this becomes a salvo. And so it shoots first and then it moves. So 3, then it goes to 4. And then we got to count these, and I think we're at 10. So 3, 6, 9, 10. I got to go to log 147. Ah, come on. I'm getting so frustrated. There's like nothing I could do other than I was supposed to succeed at that mission earlier that I didn't roll well. You have failed and Vanguard was nearly overrun. The crew of the ship managed to buy you some more time, but at an enormous cost. Lower the morale in the bridge card holder. Remove 2 markers from the enemy advantage. Roll 3 injury dice for every available crew member. And they die. Okay, so the morale went from medium to low. All of this because we couldn't kill that guy whenever I rolled those dice. Because that caused me to get 2 tokens. I mean, it caused all kinds of things to happen. Right, so we removed 2. We're down to 8. So morale was lowered, and now we got to see if everybody dies. And all the ones that I was trying not to have die are now going to potentially die. So here we go. We're going to start with Rika de Graaf. And she dies. So she was a rank 2. And a veteran. Joppy. Whoops, I gotta roll all 3. He survives. So that's good. Aiden. He dies. He's a rank 2. Zyma. survives. Amir survives, and then Evelyn Castillo survives. So 2 of our veterans just died. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. They were both ranked 2. And they were veterans. So we did a lot to... I mean, it's how the cookie crumbles. It just... Yeah, it's brutal. Definitely brutal. I'm assuming that the ones that stay alive are still available to be used. It didn't say to move them, so I will do that. It could have been worse. I mean, our morale did drop. And now we move on to... It is the recon's turn. And the recon, of course, is here. And you can see we need shield, compass, and computer. So I got to do a rest action. So we're down to 3 supplies. I'm going to take back a shield. So 1. I'm going to take back some wild childs for 2 and 3. And I don't have a computer, unfortunately. So I'll take back the muscle for 4. So he's going to do this check. And you can see we need 1, 2, 3 successes. So the compass and the shield are 2 of them that we can do. And then we got to roll this as well. We also got to roll this. And it's the letter I, whatever that is. The science officer is there. So the science officer could try to help. The science officer, however, has no dice that are ready to help. I mean, it does have the computer monitor and the shield, but they're both spent right now. So I need to add the wild child to this. And I'm going to add both of them. We need this to work. So let's go. Oh, I get another card for resting. So the card lets me re-roll a danger die. I guess that's something. Alright, so we rolled not very good. I needed 3 successes. I only got 2. So, first of all, this does nothing, so we're good there. Secondly, this I gotta look up. That would be an I. That is gain a wounded injury. There's a lot of bad things. I could choose to re-roll it if I play that card. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll it. And it's a blank. That was a good move. So, there was... the odds were against me there. This lets me re-roll a red die, but the red die is exactly what I want. Oh, hold on. That is what I want. So, we got 3 successes. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. So this would be bad. However, you can see the bad track is the bottom one, but we go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do log 127, and that better darn well get rid of some of those markers. Because we got, like, the bridge and everything else is in trouble now.
Fire Team Alpha, your lander won't take more punishment. Retreat to repair and rearm.
Critical damage detected.
No, I got him. I just need... Fire Team Alpha, do you read us? We lost your signal. Fire Team Alpha? Yeehaw! Scratch this one off, Cap. Congratulations, Fire Team Alpha. That was outstanding.
Okay, remove 2 markers. Excellent. That's what we need to do. So now it's down to 6. Remove the bombardment threat and standee from the board. Excellent. We definitely needed to get that done. So threat is gone. And then the standee gone. Okay, discard P241 from Sector 8. Done. Let's put that back. Gain unique discovery 8. Excellent. We got one of them. It is the irrigator power core. When unloaded, place 1 command in the command pool. Okay. Glad to have that. Discard the M103 mission card. Yep, that makes sense. M103 is gone. Gain 1 success. Whose turn was this? This was the recon's turn. Remove the lander standee from Sector 8. That's fine. Place all crew members from Sector 8 back in Sector 4. That's not as ideal, but that's fine. And then we're done. Okay, that was Recon's turn. And now we gotta draw an event. And the event is progress all time tracks by 1. Nope, we have a pinwheel. So lose a green or roll a danger die. I'm going to go ahead and lose a green. So that is done. Okay, now it is the science officer's turn. And we're sitting here. Obviously there's arm and launch the lander, which I don't think does anything at the moment. So maybe we need to get out of here and take care of these other threats. We happen to have this Irrigator War Swarm one, which we didn't look at yet, but here you can see you need strength and shields, or a lot of dice, to move this along. Or you could hack it. Hack a drone, and what that does is that resets the track. Hack a drone. Remove 1 drone from the planet board. Swarm is obviously the stuff at the bottom here. Place 1 drone in each sector with a crew member. Each crew member in a sector with at least 1 drone rolls a danger die or whatever. And then eradication blast. Everybody gets a wounded injury. So being in the room with him is pretty nasty. So if we want it, so like the accident causes you to exhaust a die. I got it. This will progress the green track. This will cause, I mean, I guess both of these happen, right? But you can hack a drone, which will remove 1 from the planet board. Okay, so the science officer can hack drones, even if it doesn't necessarily have, but it's going to take 2 moves just to get there. And that's the issue. So where I'm currently standing, I gotta move back this way, which is a travel action. And that requires a compass. Actually, we got a moment of calm. So I can move for free. I don't have to spend any dice. And I will do that. I'm going to do exactly that. And now I gotta do log 710. Oh, they're going to make us roll a die. I rolled an 8.
After action report 5-4. The corridor we entered was empty, apart from a couple of unarmored, lightly armed, blood-covered bodies. As we were walking past them, one of these poor souls extended their shaking hand in our direction. It was Nahi, the Capcom officer from the bridge, well liked by the away teams. And now, she was trembling like a child, alone and afraid. From the look of her wound, I instantly knew she was not going to last long. She knew that as well.
Stay with Nahi and comfort him, which I'm guessing will make me exhaust a die, or leave her to die on the battlefield. Pfft. Fudge. Alright, we'll do the right thing. Yep, exhaust a die. I'm going to get rid of a pickaxe. Alright, next action. We could move up, which, I mean, it doesn't do me an awful lot of good, other than, yeah, there's no, the event card's going to be bad for me because there's no biome up there. So if I stay where I am, there's a chance that the biome will match. So I'm going to actually use a supply, and we're going to get some dice back. So we're going to get the computer monitor, the shield, wild child and the blue basic. So I'm running out of supplies. Okay, so the event did not pay off. I thought maybe I would be able to match. All icons tracks go up by 1. So this one is up to 2. This one is on 1. And then we got a new one here. And then this stupid thing is going to swarm. So 1 drone goes in each sector with a crew member. If there are more sectors than drones, choose the lowest numbered sectors. Place the remaining drones in a sector with the irrigator swarm. So they go there, but they don't necessarily do anything. So this drone will go here. This drone's going to go there. And they got to go to the lowest numbered sector, so it'll be this one here. Okay, next the drones will attack after the next progression. Okay, so science officer's done. Now we go to the security officer, who is ready to enter and attack this thing. I think we need to just not dilly-dally and let's get this done. So we're going to move in. It's a travel action. I don't have to spend any dice because of the come thing. And I need to have 4 progress, but it's only strength and shields. So I do have both strength and shields because this is the security officer. And I have a couple rerolls, so I'm going to take both of my wild children with me as well. And gosh darn it, I am praying for a good roll. We got half and half, so this would cause me to exhaust dice, but I'm going to use my rerolls. I got 2 successes. Remember, I need 4. So I'm going to spend both of my cards. It lets me reroll dice. And so we're going to reroll both of these. And not better. So now I'm going to spend a charge. He has the ability to spend a charge to draw 2 cards. So we're going to do that right now. And then I'm going to spend another charge and draw 2 more. Because I ended up getting cards that let me reroll green dice. And well, first of all, I'm discarding these 2. I gotta succeed, folks. I'm desperately trying to make this work. So I'm gonna reroll 1 die. I'm gonna spend that. And I got the shield. Oh gosh, one of these was not even the wild child. Look at these. The 2 that I'm failing on with my rerolls are not even the wild child. So this is the other one. Let's see. This would move a threat. I don't want to move a threat. So I'm going to use my last charge and draw 2 more cards. I desperately need 4 successes. So here's 2 more cards. And we got it. Alright, so these are the 2 I drew. I'm going to discard this one. And this one lets me reroll a red. And I'm going to just hold on to this. And this better work. Come on. And there it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, was that stressful. So much drama. The intensity of this one is pretty rough. Okay. So as you saw, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're declaring a thumb war. And the security officer did his job. He went in and he kicked this thing in the nuts. So 813. Come on.
After action report. A surprise encounter with another type of irrigator construct almost spelt doom for our mission. This variant was a heavily specialized independent platform capable of carrying, building, and repairing vast numbers of drones. If the irrigators were capable of maintaining this type of military equipment, who can guess how they will surprise us next time?
All right, we gain a success. We're up to 4. We get 2 alien leads. I haven't even been thinking about leads. And then it says if the R10 research project, Irrigator Tech, is in, move it to awaiting. And that is true. This is the one that gives us the pets. Excellent. All right. 1 and 0. And what did they say this was for? Alien. Okay, and then research 10, they said. I'm pretty sure this is the pet one. Because the pet one's a low-numbered one. And R10 is pretty low for us these days. Here we go. R10. Oops. It's all kinds of stuff. I don't think this is the pet one. Irrigator Tech. So you would get a defense system, quantum AI, advanced physics, advanced weaponry. I think we have a lot of these. We definitely didn't research this, though, because this requires 3 of any discovery type, and we definitely didn't do this one. So I'll add it to our stuff, but I thought for sure this was the pet one. I don't think it is. So I'm going to just look real quick. The pet one is... you know what? The pet one is a production project. I don't think it's a research one. So however we get that production project, I don't know. And maybe there was a production project that this thing unlocked. That I don't know. Because if you look at the production projects, right there's the pet, E23. And the only requirement for it, there is no requirement for it. It's just you need to get C08. So what unlocks C08, folks? It's a research project that does. I think I tried to figure out which one it was. I thought it was this one. So I'm going to grab it one more time. There it is. C08 PET. That is, we got it. We got him. Osama bin Laden is dead. All right, we got him. Here we go. Finally got the pet unlocked. Or we don't have the pet yet, but we at least have the pathway open to us. What I'm disappointed in is we didn't get the... I mean, this is defeated, right? And where's the remove tokens because you're such an awesome guy? So I don't remember any of that. So anyways, his turn is over. We did a lot of desperate stuff for him to take that turn, but it did work. To be quite honest, these veterans would have stayed alive if they went on the mission. And by putting them in here, I've caused 2 of them to die because they have to do those stupid checks, which are just a willy-nilly dice roll. Like, this one here was an awesome one. I'm so sad. It took a lot of effort to get those unlocked. All right, I got to do event. Oh, there's no biome, so all progress goes up by 1. So this goes up by 1, this goes up by 1, and 1, and we're going to start getting more markers soon. Okay, so now we're at a new round. These are going to go away too. I am going to check the log for 813, and make sure that this irrigator, whatever his name is actually gone. I mean, there shouldn't be another one. Either I don't read the app well enough, or I keep missing it, or it's just missing the information. Yeah, it does say, mark the topmost box. Oh, yeah, remove the irrigator Warsworm threat card. It's shown standees from the board. If the R10 research project is in the research projects, move it along to awaiting. Now, there is... we got to get this mission accomplished, because this guy comes back 2 more times. The second time, you get 3 alien tech leads, and then he gets removed. And then the third time, you finally just remove him, and you don't get Dak Diddley. So, there's multiple times he can come back. So, we got to get things done here. Now, we could go in any order at this point. I have an irrigator behemoth over here that's going to put 2 markers on. This one is 2 turns away from putting 2 markers on. I could have the security officer go again, and then he could go that way and go to the bridge. The only advantage to killing this thing is that the one below it does trigger, but the track is at least going to reset, right? So we got that going for us, and it also removes another marker. If I start with the engineer, I could get this one gone, which will remove a marker. That one will likely put 2 markers back on, and then we got the problem of this guy has to go, and then this guy has to go, and neither of them are near a behemoth to help out. If I start with the security officer first, then the engineer goes second. We could theoretically take 2 of them down. Theoretically. I am running out of supplies. So I'm also running out of cards, and this guy doesn't have any charges left, so I can't just keep drawing rerolls. I am going to switch the start marker to security, and we're going to do exactly that. I'm going to move him to here, which is an exhaust die situation. So we're going to exhaust the wrench, and then I'm going to sacrifice the wrench to get 5 dice back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I really shouldn't have done this because that's a computer monitor. That would have helped. I'll do this for 5. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead. I got to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to get 5 successes. And that's a real tall order because I only have 4 dice to roll. The compass doesn't do me any good unless I somehow got a Vanguard. And then the blue die is a science die, and science dice don't help me. If I would have kept the red basic, he converts red basic into computer monitors, which would have helped. So I need a double Vanguard to pull this off, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't have any rerolls whatsoever. I just don't see this happening, but come on. Big bucks, no whammies. Oh, we got to roll this too. I actually rolled fairly well. This is the only problem child, and it wasn't even... Look at that. Okay, so the danger die is the A. And it says if the irrigator Warsworm is on the planet board, then the A would have changed to something else, but it's not something else. So A is a nothing burger. So we're good there. So this doesn't do anything. And I was so close. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And if you take this out and go 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see I was almost there. And I could not come up with any ability to... I mean, I could have rolled, I guess, all my dice and hoped I rolled a Vanguard. But this one is the one I needed to re-roll. And I don't have any dice that let me do that. Actually, I'll do this as a desperate one. Nope, I can't. So this would let me roll a die from my spent pool and add it. And the only thing in my spent pool is a green basic. And I would need a Vanguard. But I can't use this to do that because accidents don't work for that symbol. So yeah, I'm out of luck. So I did do the exertion. I I did get 4 progress, which is fantastic, but now I'm going to have to wait for 4 turns before I can go again, and then I'm also out of dice again, so it's brutal. This is a brutal mission, that's for sure. We're going to draw again. You know what I should have done is if I scavenged the main deck, I could have gotten a small equipment card, and that actually, I have the small equipment defense card that gives me the strength and the shield. And I could have played that. Oh man, why was I couldn't have done that this turn though. There's just too many things to do. But right there you can see it's a compass. So I could have done a compass action and at least gotten some equipment that would have helped me. Yeah, that wasn't smart. Alright, here we go. It's pinwheel and yeah, neither of those, so all progress goes up by 1. So this is going to trigger, or sorry, not this. This is going to trigger, so 2 tokens go back on. This triggers, so 1 token goes on. We're at 3, 6, 9. Holy buckets. And then this one's going to trigger next turn. That's not... Okay, it's the engineer's turn. The engineer has almost all of its dice except for the blue monitor. As you can see, I need 5 successes with the engineer too. I'm not going to be able to do it. And the engineer doesn't have the strength or the shield, doesn't have any of those symbols. All I have is a wild child, an eyeball, and then the monitor's gone. So I'm not going to succeed, but I could do this to get rid of 2. So I need a monitor plus a shield. Oh my gosh, I don't even have that. I'm in serious trouble. I don't want to go through and see if these guys die again, which is exactly what's going to happen if I get to 10. And I am out of time. So I have to get a shield plus a monitor, and I don't have either in my lineup. Or I need 5 successes, which I'm not going to get either. I'm going to spend a supply to get this 1 die back that I need. Then I'm going to roll the wild child and this, and I need both to succeed, or otherwise I can't pull it off. And I have no... I get to roll... I get to take it... it's just re-roll a green, which is useless. I am toast. This has to be a perfect roll. And it's not. I have no ability to re-roll that blue. So it says over here, I need to have 2 accidents in order for that to trigger. So I'm at least good there, but this is worthless. I mean, should I have just rolled everything I had and just hope I get 2 Vanguards? I mean, I'm desperate enough that that's actually what I should have done. I have to remove the 2 tokens. So I'm gonna roll everything that's in my thing. And I know this is a little bit of a retcon, but forgive me. This is that important. And sure enough, there's the other one. And yeah, I got 2 of these as well, which is going to add a marker. So I might actually be in trouble because it's adding a marker. Because it doesn't go away. But I do have the 2 Vanguards that I was looking for. So I get to do log 396. So let's see what that does. Choose any number of available crew members. they'll fight the aggregator. They may die in the process. I'm going to choose my veterans because I need to get them into the resting so they don't die anymore. So I'm going to do my 2 level 3 veterans. Let's get them saved. And actually, I should probably choose my level 2 crew member as well. I'm going to choose all of them. This one's level 2 as well. Let's get everybody out of here. We're doing them all. So, oh gosh, it's the same criteria. So I completely overdid it. But I do get to move them to the resting crew, which saves them from dying. So I'm going to do that, and we do get to remove 2 tokens, which was the goal. And that's it. So it's exactly the same as before. Now I would need some kind of miracle where the event doesn't progress to time tracks. None of those match. So all time tracks go up by 1. So those 2 tokens are going right back on. And then this goes on. This does reset. And this starts again. So we're at 3, 6, 9. And we hit 10. Because I had 2 accidents, remember? So we go from top to bottom. So this triggered and so did that. So we're actually at 10. So this enemy advantage thing triggers again. So log 147. I'm not looking forward to this. Many crew members were killed. Oh my gosh, that's a mission failed? I don't have an M102 mission card. I have M101. Oh no. I'm ready to quit.
After action report 7-6. Yes, I was close to the core when that happened. Me and my buddies were one of the last to arrive. When we came to the core, the place was almost entirely overrun, with just a couple fire teams barely holding the immediate vicinity of the generator. We literally sprinted through the irrigators, fired at from all the sides, to take positions around the core. That's when we saw Captain Wayman. He was half sitting with his back against the core, a gaping hole in his chest. I think he'd noticed us coming and smiled. I really think so. Maybe he thought it was some larger force coming to the rescue? But there were only 6 of us, and we soon took losses. The enemy pushed from all the sides, outflanking our cover, forcing us to abandon it piece by piece. Soon we had literally nowhere to go. I thought ISS Vanguard was lost. I really did. Then something came from behind us, its tentacles brushing against my shoulders. I don't know if it walked or flew. It barely touched the ground. The irrigators seemed shocked, but they fired again. These new creatures responded with strange weapons that spewed various corrosive compounds. I couldn't understand where they came from. Then I turned back to the core, just as one of them emerged from the blinding light of Vanguard's core, as if it were some kind of portal. More came in from behind, and I swear that for a minute I glimpsed some other place, with red pulsating walls, somewhere beyond the core. But what struck me most was the symbol emblazoned on the creature's rounded armor plates. The same symbol found on the alien ship that became the foundation of ISS Vanguard, one later repurposed as the Vanguard Initiative logo. It was the same symbol on my badge and dog tags. That's when I knew. The old owners of the Corps decided to step in. We didn't want them to take the brunt of the fighting. We regrouped and pushed forward with our new allies.
We don't have M102.
Dr. Corey's personal diary, entry 213.
We've won, but there was no cheering. When the smoke cleared, we began to tally our losses. Reality began to sink in. We've lost many good friends and co-workers. CopCam Officer Nahi and my dear friend, SAR Pilot Marquez. Captain Wayman was critically wounded, and judging from the looks I've seen on the faces of our trauma team, was not long for this world. We were left grieving on a limping, damaged ship, unable to return home, and unable to reach any place other than a couple of nearby systems. Many, including me, feared this was the end of ISS Vanguard and its mission.
Okay, so I just moved us to very low morale, and now I'm doing... it told me that all the landers are damaged, so I have to flip them all over. The Dragonfly was already damaged, but I just damaged the Pelican, and I'm doing the Falschlag right now, and they are expensive to fix. So I'm wondering if, like, I think this was a beatable mission. I really do. But I think that this is supposed to be a kick you in the nuts kind of mission. I do think it's beatable. But you got to really know what you're doing. And like I said, that early roll where I couldn't kill that aggregator, I mean, 2, 4, 6 tokens all went out all in the span of 2 turns. That's really what did me in. And then you only get to remove 2 at a time. We have, I think this aggregator power core I was supposed to return. So I don't think I get the 1 command token when I unload it. Now the part that you may have missed, and I certainly didn't. Oh no, we do get it. We keep it. It was only the discoveries, the regular discoveries we get rid of. Or the discovery leads, I think is what... Okay, so we got both of the... Count the number of markers in the advantage slot. Add 2 points for each crew member card in the casualty slot. Select 1 point for each success. Check the final score. Oh, Jesus. Okay, first of all, the crew members that were on the mission apparently don't get put into the check. So let me get these guys back out. The crew members that were on the mission, I shuffled them back in to the deck. That was my mistake. Let me fix this. Theo was out. And then the security person was... Who was the security person? Blake McFarlane. Okay. So I got to do this here, but it's not going to go good. Just let me put this aside. There's something it told us to do before. These are all of my crew members, all of them. And I'm shuffling them. And we are literally, and I know I can tell which color's which. So I'm not even going to... Half of my crew dies. That might be the message you caught or didn't catch. But I have to kill half of them. So I'm going to start with survive and then dead. So the left side is survive, the right side is dead. And here we go. I truly want to quit. Like, this hurts too much. I want to quit. And I worked so long to get these guys to veteran status in level 3. Had I just assigned my level 3 guys to the mission, because look, my mission guys didn't have to go through this. They're alive. They weren't even close to dead. So the people I would have sent on the mission, I could have saved them. So I'm coming out of this with one and only one veteran still alive out of all my veterans. And then a rank 2, that's my only rank 3. This is all that's left alive. That right there. Everybody else, dead. Okay, so now let's do this. How many markers are in an enemy advantage slot? 2, 4, 6, oh, there was 9. Add 2 points for each crew member in the casualty slot. Subtract 1 for each success token, which we have like 4. Negative 16 or more. No crew members rank up. I don't think I got... I mean, I said 9, and then let's see, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, negative 27, negative 29. Yeah, and we only have 4 success tokens. Yeah, screw that. There's no rank up going on. So remove all mission cards, global condition, and POI cards from the game. This was absolutely brutal. Take all crew members from the casualty slot. Place them anywhere on the crew boards of their section, even if the section did not take part in the mission, and remove their rank sleeves. Take all crew member cards from the section slots below the planet board and move them to resting crew. Place the 005 objective Let me make sure that I really do lose half my crew. I think I do. I really do. This is so brutal. Like, my wind is gone. I was so enjoying this game. So I have to damage all lander tokens, lower the morale track, which is already done, shuffle all crew members in the available and resting crew. So it was all of them. Draw half, rounding down. Those crew members die. Yeah, I did it right. Place the 005 objective. Limping on. Find an inhabited planet that any of the systems that the Vanguard is capable of reaching in its current state. They're giving us only one command token? Ah, screw you. Shuffle the S-15 ship situation from future into... By the way, somebody said that the FAQ addressed that hunger thing. The hunger thing was never supposed to be reshuffled into your waiting bag. Like, once you've dealt with the penalty, like, you can't resolve it, but once the penalty applies, it does go back into the pool. So we were punishing ourselves a bit more than needed. So open the shipbook to page 4. Okay. There's a lot of crap we got to do here. Open the ship book to page 4. So page 4 is the bridge upgrade. For travel. Oh, I had that in the wrong spot. So it's saying the BO1, I had BO3. Okay, let's go back. B01, the reinforced hull, that has to go back to bridge upgrade. So I think it means I don't have it anymore. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. Then replace the current tech card on page 3 with tech level 0. There's that tech level 0 thing I was talking about. Boy, I know I asked what is it for. I didn't need to find out firsthand. I really didn't. And honestly, I think I was supposed to lose. I don't think I was supposed to win. I think this is one of those missions where you're supposed to get your butt kicked. Stars of Icarios had that too. Move all success, command, and energy tokens from the token bag to the appropriate pools. So basically we have none. Open the ship book to 25, leaving the planet, and begin ship management. Oh, you blow. So I also didn't know you could keep command tokens and energy from one mission to the next. That part I didn't know. But it does show you right here. See, look, it's got all 3 pictures. So you actually could save them up. I never did that. So we're losing, I don't know, about 4 of the success tokens. So that's fine. Let's go to 25. And what an awful, awful mission this was. So we clean up our components. I guess we're supposed to save the mission. I don't know what that means. Like, is there really aggregator behemoths still in my ship? I don't understand. So like we're gonna leave that defensive perimeter there forever. I don't think we're supposed to save this particular planet. I could be wrong. But that's what it's asking me to do right now. So I'm just going to take the cards and we'll set them off to the side. I'll put them away later. Boy, my decision to send noobs on this. Look, I don't know if that would have made a difference. I mean, I would have had a few extra dice, yes. But there was only very specific dice you needed for this. I mean, I could have made sure that we had every single one of those type of dice out. Yeah, my mind is going through, could I have won? And honestly, I don't know how I could have. Like in the beginning, I think if my dice would have gone with me and I killed this one, which I was going after right away, that's 2 less things that would have got put up there. These 2 would have put 4 up there for sure. But then, this guy, he put, multiple times he put stuff up there. And then we had this one up here and then this one. I don't know. I mean, we did everything else by the book. And we did a good job of letting the crew do the missions that they needed to do. I just, yeah. I think it was winnable, but it would have required a really perfectly played. The only thing that, for me, is our level 3. It did say put your best crew members on this mission, and we should have. Because the level 3 veteran guys should have been on the mission. I should have given them the therapy needed to get out of the med bay. and they should have been on the mission because those 4 guys are still in my crew and alive. They didn't even rank up. That's what makes it even worse. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting these points of interest away. So, don't mind me. I'm just crying. Crying in my beer. All the wind out of my sails. Again, I think I'm supposed to lose, though. I really do. I think that's what the designers intended. And, I mean, in all honesty, I was bragging about how I got this crew member that's like, as fat as my wallet. And, I really was efficiently moving and humming along. I got my guys to rank 3. Now, half of them are dead. So, actually, yeah. Let's see. That's a rank 3. This guy was he's the most awesome guy in the game, to be quite honest. This spend a charge to draw a card from your discard pile was fantastic. And, yeah. There's my other rank 3, Joppy. And a lot of rank 1s. But then these 2, they weren't rank 3, but they were both veterans. So I'm removing them from their sleeves. It's so sad. Okay. So that's done. Components check. We're going to move on to docking. Mission failure. Return the rank up card. Lower morale. I can't lower it anymore. Oh, actually, there is something that happens when you lower morale beyond its level. What is it? What happens? I think you lose an energy or something. I know I saw it in here. Time tracks, landers and equipment. Danger dice, discovery, leads. Threats, injuries. Resetting your game. I may have to do that. Removing an injury, flipping an injury. Oh, come on. Morale. Page 2 of the ship book. It's explained there. That's why I couldn't find it. So I need to lower the morale again. So I got to go back to page 2. And it says, morale cannot be raised above high. If you're instructed to lower morale and it's already very low, each player must choose one section die and return it to the box. That's it. So we lose one of our dice. That hurts. It hurts already, and now I'm losing more dice. So the engineer, which one do we lose? I'm going to go ahead and lose the science die. Then the security will lose the wrench. Recon will go ahead and lose the shield. And then the science officer will lose the shield. So that's, yeah, that hurts too. Are there any mission cards left? Discard excess discoveries. Assemble our crew members. Go to debriefing. We can't promote. Our success pool is, we do have the success tokens from our mission. So we have 4. So I'm just going to put those in the bag. We would need at least 8 to be able to buy, or maybe 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, we had 10 dice each. So we're not going to buy or sell dice. We could reduce the cost to buy dice with crew members, but I don't have any anymore. Then we go here to unloading, and we do have some uniques that we're going to put in. 8 and 11. So 8 goes here. I don't know where Unique Discovery 5 is located, but we do have 8. And then here's 11. It does say when unloaded, we got to go to a log, and this gives us a command token. So I don't know how many command tokens or whatnot we're going to get, but we got ourselves at least 1 command token from that. Then we're going to do log 746.
Top secret. Project Visitor. Preliminary observation. After several fierce discussions, Captain Wayman decided to restrict the knowledge of the builders to a need-to-know basis. I agree that most crew members would find the information that Vanguard's core can be used as a portal somewhat unsettling. For now, we have little data. The visitors seem capable of traveling long distances in an instant. They could have visited many worlds on the builder's map before us, including Earth. And they may therefore have access to the knowledge we seek. But who knows? Maybe they already solved the builder's riddle. Despite our lack of intel, we must investigate them, starting with the part of their body we found in the engine room. The next, more detailed report will be ready in 3 days.
So 5 of our dead people. Oh my gosh. I got to keep track of which section they died from. I'm realizing that right now. So 1 second. I got to pause. I got to figure out my deaths here. Okay. So when they go into the memorial, they got to go in by section. So these 3 were the security officers. So we lost 3 security officers, 2 of them being veteran. We lost 5 recon officers. Holy cow. We lost 2 engineers, and we lost 0 science officers. That is a really bizarre outcome, but that's how it played out. So we have a lot of recon we need to fill, and I may have to, I don't know, this is when I would finally be doing the thing. Like, I've always ignored moving crew members from one to the other, but now I may finally have to do that if I start recruiting again. Okay, so these visitors, they're the core creators. Stepped in to defend their creation. Let's go. Alright, we gain another success token. Yippee skippy. But I will take it because, you know, we did lose some dice, so we got to buy them back. That's it. Alright, so let's keep going. So we unloaded our discoveries. We did the log, which is great. And now we go to the med bay. So in the med bay, these 2 are going to become available. And the med bay people stayed alive. They didn't get impacted. So we do have some nice veterans coming into the mix, which I am very grateful for. And one of them is a level 3. Again, very grateful. And then these 2 took injuries, so we'll put them in. So now, one of the things that bothers me is right here. When performing the survival check, you may reroll 1 result. The survival check, of course, is what happens when they're in here. And technically, it's what we were doing during that mission. They just weren't calling it a survival check. Because you can see it's the same thing. Roll 3 injury dice. If you roll a 1 and a 1 or 2, the crew member dies. And this says that you could re-roll one if you do the survival check. So that's part of my my issue. I know a couple of these veterans died because of the half and half thing, but Rika and Aiden died because I didn't this medbay upgrade lets me do a better survival check. So I would like to know, could I have used my medbay upgrade during that phase of the mission? Because that was the survival check. They were making me do exactly the same thing. But a survivor check roll may be modified by some medbay upgrades, which is what we just did. So we were doing survival checks. You know what? I'm going to make the decision that is true. So maybe 2 of our characters did not die. So this is going to be Rika. Okay, she still dies. This is Aiden. He still dies. You jerk. Oh, screw you. That's awful. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get 2 of my veterans back. No. And then for the first time this game, we are going here, and it is a bunch of sadness. So we're going to start with the security memorial. We have exactly 3 deaths in the security. So here's the first one. The second one. And the third one. And in fact, I might... I'm going to grab the non-veteran versions. So there's Riku. Although it would be nice to know how many veterans I lost. Actually, I'll leave them in as veterans. Because that makes me cry even more when I go to the memorial. Because it's like, I worked so hard. Alright, so as you can see here, security may promote one rank 1 crew member to rank 2, or draw 2 random recruits and place one of them into a rank 1 sleeve. So basically, I could replace somebody or promote somebody. So this is what I got. This is all I got. And I'm going to sort them. A whole bunch of them, of course, are science, because the science team, for whatever reason, got completely spared. And I literally have 2 security officers. I have 0. Absolutely 0 recon. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I could promote Yui Layman. Spend 1 charge to choose a crew member assisting you and turn 1 die in their roll pool to any result. That's pretty powerful. But I'm going to go with the let's draw 2 and keep 1. I think I just need to replenish my ranks. So let's do that right now. I got a crap ton of crew members to choose from still. So I'm going to cut the deck in half. Here's number 1, and there's number 2. And one of them has a muscle, which probably means he's a pretty good crew member. This one, turn an accident result into a Vanguard. Probably not so bad. I'm going to choose him. This one, I think she's great, but probably not for security. So I'll put that back. So Maxim Pavlenko, we're going to grab him. And I'm realizing something. All my cards are sleeved. So I need to keep them sleeved. So Pavlenko is going to take back and become a level 1 security. Boom. He's added to our mix. Okay, the next one is Nicholas Green. Move all situations from the awaiting envelope to possible situations. We don't have any in the awaiting envelope. They already got moved. So that was worthless. Next one. You died for nothing, Nicholas Green. Next one is Aiden Cunningham. Raise morale. We definitely need that one. So I'm very grateful. Our morale is going to go up from very low to low. And I just need to... This is a tricky one to pull out. Okay, I'm just going to put it out for now. It's low. Okay, we have no science memorials. Now we got the engineering memorial. So the first one is Sophia Bean. Related to distant relation to Mr. Bean. I actually like this character. So she goes in. And this says you may promote a rank 1 to a rank 2, or draw 2 random recruits and put them in a rank 1 sleeve. Currently, I have a rank 3, a rank 2, and a rank 1 engineer. I have a 1, 2, and 1 security. I have everything for science. I think I'm going to... I could make this rank 1 guy a rank 2, like they said. Or do I draw 2 and get a new one? How many sleeves do I got here? I have a lot of rank 2 spots, a rank 3. I have 2 rank 1s I can still get. I'm going to promote this guy to rank 2. I just need to find the sleeve. Okay, done. Next one, Ubi Lohman. And it says we gain 3 energy for her death. So I'm going to go grab 3 energy from somewhere. Oh, here they are. 1, 2, 3. Now the next one would have given us a command token, but we didn't. There's no more engineer deaths. There was only 2 that died. The science memorial would have let us recruit 1 or promote. This one would have been draw a discovery of any type, and this one would have been gain 1. We're not done yet. So now we're on the recon. So we got a lot of deaths here. First up is Rika de Graaf. So we have 0 recon officers right now in our entire pool. So I for sure need to get 1. So I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. And, oh, I got 2 of them with compass. They're both looking good. So this one, spend a charge to refresh 1 more and draw an additional card, which is resting. It's not the worst thing. Spend a charge to ignore the result of an injury die. Neither of them are bad. I'm going to take the energetic one. I think I would use that more. I wish I could take both. And I at least now have 1 recon officer. This is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm still in shock. I know they did this to us on purpose. Okay, Joppy. I really was liking Joppy. He's our next casualty. He goes in. Draw 2 discoveries of any type. Move 1 to gathered and return the other. For this one, I need to do a little bit of math. I think I need some alien tech. Yeah, I need alien tech. I already know. So I'm just going to draw those. So I got to put these back in the bag, wherever the bag is. So we got living bioweave or a functional nanodust. It doesn't matter. I'll just keep the living bioweave, and I'll put this back for now. We'll shuffle it later. Next one is Nimawon. And here we gain a command token. So I'm going to grab a command token. But we're not done. We got another one. So our recon section's full. So now we go this. Each section gains a section die. So we get our die back. So it was science for the engineer. It was the wrench for security. And then it was shield and shield for recon and science. Next death is Jia Seok. And we gain another command token. So there we go. All right. That concludes the memorial section. And we went from doing fantastic to we're very full. Okay, so just to summarize, our engineers, we have a rank 3 and 2 rank 2s. So the engineer, we don't have a lot of them, but they are solid, the ones we have. Security, we have a rank 2 and 2 rank 1s. And Riku was the best character in the game. For recon, we got 1. And then for science, somehow or another, we came through this completely unscathed. We have 2 rank 1s, 2 rank 2s, and a rank 3. And 2 veterans that survived the whole thing. So, that is the state of our union. Now we are done, and we have to start back at the beginning. In the beginning, there was void. Okay, so first thing that we have to do is this treasure trove bull crap. I'm sure the developers were like, snicker, snicker, snicker. We're going to call it treasure trove. Okay, so that's gone. We got the campaign objective of limping on, which gives us a whopping 1 command token and 2 situations. There's no situations in our current pool, but we got to draw 2. Our tech level is 0, but it does give us 2 energy, so I'll take it along with the energy we got from the dead bodies. No secondary objective. Right now our morale is low, so I will go ahead and put that back in. And we lost our hull upgrade, which I don't understand, like, what do we got to do to get that back? But this is it. So here's our 2 situations. We got homesick, which doesn't really impact us, the success token. And then this one is intersectional games. We can raise the morale. And that's a good one. That's a good one to have. And it does go back into possible situations, so it doesn't disappear if we resolve it. Okay, so that's done. Again, like we lost that bridge upgrade, B09. I don't know what we need to do to get it back, but that's a weird one. The star map. We are at Kepler 831. We did... see, this requires B03. That's the one we just got rid of, isn't it? I can't remember. I think that's why they made us get rid of B03. Yep, we're missing B03. Nope, we got B03. Alright, we have to find a planet to land. Now, one thing I discovered, and I didn't realize, but on the back of the logbook is how all the planets are connected. So we're here at Kepler 831, so we can go to ep22, which we know doesn't have a landable planet, LCS 17 and 12 Leonis are the only two that we can move to. So let's check those out and figure out, what there is. Now you could argue, well, it just says so right here. This one requires B01. What's the one that we just threw back? Yeah, we lost B01. The Vanguard may now fly to dangerous systems with the yellow bound options. So I can't even go to ep212, even if I wanted. So 12 Leonis is very doable, but see, it's a log. And LCS 17, it costs 3 to go there, and I need B02. Do I have B02? No, I do not. I do not have B02. That's improved engine. So we can't go to the red LCS 17. So 12 Leonis is the only option we have. So let's do it. I gotta go to 760. It costs me 1 energy. So I'm gonna do the same system I always do. We'll pay 1 energy. Let's go to 760. Check the current card in the bridge card holder, page 3. Is the objective card 001, 2, 3, or 4? Our objective is currently .005. So the answer is no. And it says open the system map on page 12. So I guess it was some kind of check to see if we made it far enough to do this, so we don't go off on a tangent. Fair enough. So here we are. So you can see there's Leonis B, Desert Colony, costs 0 to land. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. I'm going to go grab that lander card. Oh, geez, what is it? Leonis B. I got a whole bunch of them that I think we went the wrong direction. All right. It's 12, no? All right, that is one of the stretch goals. I don't see Leonis B. It does say go to log 184. It doesn't say... I mean, there's a lander icon. Yeah, I don't think this is a lander card. Okay, so there's no lander card for this one. So we can use our energy for something else. I have 4 energy. It costs 0 to do this landing. So what can we do? We got raise morale for 4. I do need to do that. Object X is 2. And then Leonis C, assign 1 rank 3 crew member to draw a live specimen discovery. Oh gosh, like I need another one of those. So I said I have 4 of them. I could do that now. Let's raise the morale. And then I'm ignoring this. But I can't do both. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the 4, because I have 4. I guess you could save energy, like we learned from one mission to the next. But right now, raising morale is important, because we have low morale. And that moves us up to medium, which gets us closer to where we want to be back to. Yeah, medium. And then if we do the situation room thing, we can get it up to high. So I'm actually going to just put it on high right now, because I know we're going to do that. So we'll raise the morale, and then this landing is 184. Do we do that now? See, like it says scan the planet. It's a destination picks. Take the listed landing card. That's no longer in the game. You cannot land there. If you end this step without a landing card, immediately read adrift. But that's not...
This is away team. We had a good ride. Everything is looking good so far. No threats in the LZ. We're ready to head toward the colony. Do you copy? Do you copy, Vanguard? We seem to have some radio problems. Oh, sorry, away team. I was pushing the wrong button. It's my first mission as a spacecraft communicator. Yeah, don't need to remind us about poor Sergeant Nahi. Sorry. We're approaching the structures. They look long abandoned. We're deploying scanning drones. You should have the data soon. We are receiving your data, away team. Nothing alive left. So, we're too late? Seems like it. Based on your data, the AI thinks this place had to be abandoned a couple of 100 years ago. Right about the same time when this planet went through a violent geomagnetic reversal. No bodies, no personal belongings. Most interiors were picked clean. Looks like an orderly evacuation. This means they had somewhere to go, right? Correct. We're suspecting Gliese 368-2, a neighboring system marked on the builder's star map. Okay, we've reached something that looks like a landing pad. No ships left, but we detect tanks full of liquid under the ground. Good find, away team. It seems they left plenty of their fuel behind. It might come in handy now that the Vanguard is running low on energy. See what more you can find. Roger. Away team out.
Whatever you do next, make sure you leave enough energy to reach Gliese 368-2 system. Gain 3 energy. Alright, so I just gained 3 energy back. And the Gliese 368-2 takes 3 energy, but we only have to spend 2 to get there. So here's my question I'm hung up on. Was I supposed to play that log or not? So here you can see landing, right? That's actually a landing. This was not a landing. So yes, I think I was supposed to play the log. So we got to go to 368-2, and I don't think this phase is over yet. I would have liked to have seen what the Object X would have done, but if I do that, I don't have enough energy to get to 368-2. So the Object X is log 24. I'm doing my usual Jeff mode. The curiosity is killing me, so I need to come back for it. So we would get to choose. We can focus on gathering scraps of tech, study the derelict, or streaming the interior to eager viewers on ISS Vanguard. So if we streamed the view, the log doesn't even come close to matching it. But we would have gained a success token if we would have streamed the view. The other two, an alien tech discovery, or we would have gotten a new piece of equipment, E45. So there are some decent things there. I don't know what E45 is, but most of the equipment we've been able to live without. A multi-port interface. During a dice check, you may place this card in the roll pool, and including yourself, if you do, the crew member can spend any basic result to become a Vanguard. That's really good. That's a pretty good one. Worth getting, but we don't have the energy for it. So we're going to have to go to this Gliss 368-2. So that's going to cost us 2 energy instead of 3. That leaves us with 1 energy left. We go to page 14. And move our marker. So here there is a landing, and it's called the Ademium Cabal. And nothing else we can spend energy. So thankfully, we get to save energy. I didn't realize we could do that, so that's a great thing. I will put that in my sheet. And we have a landing card called Ademium Cabal, so let's go grab that one. We did skip a lot of landing cards, so I don't know if we're following the design or not, but you can see it's going to cost 1 energy just to see the first one. So thankfully, we do have 1 energy left, so I guess that's what we're going to do. We'll spend it to see the first one, but we don't get to see the rest. So we will spend it, it looks like. Then I got to get out the doohickey. So we put it up like that. And so we're going to see that the moderate difficulty, but agility and comms are advised. Alright, we're going to go ahead and close this. And then we finally get to do our ship phase, which is going to be brutal. But we got... we have 4 command tokens, and so we're going to do one of each. We're going to do the situation room first. So we'll do that one. And the situation cards are these 2. And like I said, we're going to resolve this one, which raises the morale. So now we're back up to very high. So that's excellent. Now we could also do this one, but it removes the card from the game. And if you recall, I said I don't want to ever do that because it's not a very punishing one to get rid of a success token. So I'll put that into our weight bag. And yes, we raised our morale. And if you also recall, I already did that. So we are at very high right now. Next one. Let's go to the barracks and let's recruit. We have very high morale, so we get to draw 6. Oh. I guess, if I would have aced that last mission and not had anybody die, then this barracks action was becoming quickly irrelevant decision. So here we go. We're going to cut in half, draw 2, cut some more, draw 2, cut some more, and draw 2. So there's our 6. So what do we got? We definitely need a recon. I mean, you're supposed to get one of all 4. Actually, let me go to the page and make sure, because now we got a situation where I got too many of one type and not enough of the other. So here I could transfer crew members, 1 for 1. I can exchange the rank sleeve of each traded crew member for a rank sleeve of their new section. A 2 or 3 rank crew member loses a rank. Okay, so I think I want to do this because, if we get back to, okay, here's our situation. Our science officers were not touched. We have 1 recon. We have only 3 security and only 3 engineers, but the engineers are all high rank. So my thoughts is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 science officers. So I'm going to take a rank 1. We have 3 engineers, we have 3 security, and only 1 of these, and I have 5 of these. So I'm going to take 2 rank 1 scientists and move them to recon. Now, are their skills super good for recon? Probably not, but that's what I'm going to do. So we could get the recon, so everybody's back to having 3 of everything. Maybe not the same promotion level, because recon's going to be all level 1. And I also got to make sure that recon can take a new recruit. And the answer is no. We only have enough sleeves for 3 rank 1s. Yeah, so I'm only going to move 1 of them over then, not more than 1. So I'm going to move... Sure, I'll leave that one there. I'll leave this one as a scientist. So we got 1 more scientist than everybody else, but that's fine. So I have a science sleeve, a recon sleeve, and then I'm going to get a security sleeve and an engineer. Okay, got a security. Now I need an engineer. Okay, so I got a DNA. Spend a charge not to spend supplies. That's as good as anything. Science. Spend a charge to ignore an injury die. Fair. Spend a charge to gain a discovery from a deck with any 3 lead tokens, so even if it had zeros on it. That's fair. Spend a charge, then discard any number of cards. Refresh 1 for every card discarded. I don't like that one. Anytime during exertion, spend a charge to exhaust a die instead of sacrificing a die. Oh, that's a pretty interesting one. And then this one has an eyeball. Spend a charge to draw a chosen card from your discard pile, which is what, what's his name, Riku did. So do I have any eyeballs left? I should, because all my science officers survived. I do. So I chose to keep 5 when there's really only 4 to take. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to make Elizabeth the security officer. We're going to replace Riku in spirit. She has the same ability to draw from the discard pile, so she's going to get the security spot. Then we're going to do this scientist one where you don't have to exert dice. We're going to give this to Recon. Then for engineering, I'm going to give them the wrench. And then we have science left. So I'm going to hire Avery. Okay, so we did our hiring. You may promote one rank crew member to the same section to rank 2 if I have a crew member of rank 3 to train recruits. But it's only within the same section. So if I'm willing to use my rank 3, I can promote somebody. Obviously, I have a rank 3 here. I don't know if I want to promote one. Actually, I don't even know what's available left for the science crew. For science, we have room for a rank 1, a rank 2, and a 3. So we got room for 3 of them, actually. So if I'm willing to spend a rank 3, I can promote them up. I got so many that's already promoted up. But if I spend her, They both go into resting if I do that. I'm okay. Now with the engineer, I could do the same thing. I have a rank 3. I can spend her, but I think I'm okay. And then with the security, I lost my rank 3 guy. Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to stay. We grew a little bit bigger, and I think we're just going to be happy with that. So, okay, next we go back, and I'm going to do research. So we're going to do the research before we do production. So here we are, we're in research. I'll spend the command token. And apparently you can save command tokens too. Like I don't have to spend them all every round. I have been spending them every round because there's always been something I could do. But we could have been saving them up. So that's another potential thing I didn't realize was available to us as an option. So grabbing everything out of the bag, I'm going to put the situation back in. But we have a research project, 2 of them in fact, and then we got some lander mods that we'll add later, and that's all that's available to us. So research-wise, we have nanotech, which requires a lot of stuff. This one requires a lot of stuff, and that one just requires a live specimen. But remember, we could do alien. We can do both aliens if we choose alien. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose alien. And then if we have a science and a compass, we can try to do this one. But I don't think I can do this one. This one's too hard. I need 2 alien techs, and I don't think I have it. I have 1 here. So let's get out our cards. We have rare and ultra rare. 2 strange flora. There's another alien tech. This is a rare mineral, ultra rare mineral, a rare flora, a rare micro, and then 1, 2 live specimens, a rare live flora, rare, and rare. Okay, so now that I got those sorted out, this one just takes 1 live specimen, which we have plenty of. So if I just push that to the side, we can do this one. Done. This one takes a rare alien tech. Oh, we don't have a rare alien tech. And then any other 3 discoveries, which we definitely had. But we don't have the rare alien tech. So I can't do it. And this is the one that gives us the pet. Oh, come on. Come on. And then this one requires 2 mineral discoveries. Now we have it, but they're all rares and ultra rares, so I don't know if I want to spend those. And then 2 alien techs, which we actually did have. So we could have done that one. But I think I'm just going to stick with the one we did, and unfortunately, yeah, if we would have had the rare alien tech, we would have been good. So we'll have to try to find that. So this, of course, gets discarded. And then this, we're going to get some equipment. E48. So only 1 piece of equipment. I better be good. So it's a mental inhibitor. If you gain the wounded, panicked, or exhausted, you may return this card to the armory instead of gaining the injury. Okay, fair enough. So it's another way to avoid injury. It's not the worst thing. Now we move on to production, which is the last one. There's no new production projects. This requires tech level 4. Tech level 4, tech level 4. We're nowhere close. We're at tech level 0 right now. So this moves on. And yeah, we just basically finished advanced weaponry. So that gives us E62, 3, and 4. Those are really far down the armory path here. '62, '63, '64. Alright, here we go. A modular turret upgrade. If there's a modular turret token in your sector but no shield token, place the cannon unit token in your sector. Expands the modular turret card rules. There's a shield unit and then a modular turret. And 4 markers. Once per threat dice check. Crew members in a sector with a modular turret token or a connected sector may discard 1 marker from its token to add a Vanguard to the roll pool. If there is a modular turret token in your sector but no cannon, alright, I guess I'm going to have to figure that out when we get there. As you can see, these are equipment. It looks like they're they're upgrades to the equipment. I see. So I think you need a modular turret, which is this, and you can do a turret upgrade, or you can do a shield upgrade, but I don't think you can do both. Okay, fair enough. We'll figure that out. Those all require a security officer. Okay, so next we have is this section. The repair, install new lander mods. Okay, we got 2 more lander mods here that we can do. So this is utility and structural. The structural one there is pretty awesome. But here's our deal. The Space Ranger can't get damaged. I flipped it over and it told me, flip it back. This requires a mineral. It's the Pelican though, and that's what I think about the Pelican. This requires a mineral and an alien tech. We may want it because it's a nice one. This one just requires an alien tech. So I'm going to go grab an alien tech and we're going to repair the Dragonfly because the Dragonfly has so far been good to us. So that's done. And Dragonfly is repaired. Now the mineral one is trickier. We only have rare minerals, so do I want to spend a rare mineral to repair the Faustschlag? At the moment, no, because the landing that we need to do for this upcoming mission doesn't require us to have a high armored equipment, and we still have to also have the Space Ranger, which, yeah, we need to get these landers repaired. I don't disagree, but I think we shouldn't be spending rares to do it. At least not yet. So, if I could get the Dragonfly back up, because to me the Dragonfly is the king, as long as we don't need armor, then I think we're good. So now we got to choose our lander and then equip it. So that's where this stuff comes in. So like here you can see you could add 1 armor, 2 comms, and 1 agility. Like, do I really want to do that to the Dragonfly? And my answer is yeah, why not? It's the best structural one in the game. Otherwise, I'm just adding +2 of something. I could maybe add +2 armor, but I didn't need armor for this particular mission. And as far as structural upgrades go, this one is pretty darn good. So we'll do that. And now you could argue, well, maybe you want to just do that to the basic one, but I think the Dragonfly is the way to go. And then with the Dragonfly, we have the +1 supply and then +1 discovery limit. That's the current one we have. We could also do the +1 supply, +1 equipment, because, you know, there's that pod thing. And there's so many other choices that we can add to it. But for now, I think that's where I'm going to land, pun intended. I'm going to end the video here. We're going to do the mission launch procedure in the next video, and I do need to seriously take a break. I've been talking for so much, my mouth is dry. I do have to select who's going to go on the mission, and I have my entire crew to choose from. And then, of course, I'm going to go cry somewhere. So I feel like I am starting over. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.